Hello everybody and welcome back to the Wake Forest Dynasty here on College Football 14 or NCAA Football 14, whatever you want to call it. And this time we're not doing a game, we are doing something a little bit different. I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you do, let's go for 5 likes, however not necessary. What we're doing today, we're doing a yearly update. Now, we had 2 bye weeks last year in year 1 in 2013, and we didn't do any yearly updates, really wasn't thinking about it. But in year 2, year 3, year 4, however many years we go on for this, we're going to have now yearly updates, which they're not at the bye weeks, because we already have 3 bye weeks this year. But every third of the schedule, or a halfway point. For instance, this is week 4, we have 12 weeks because we have 3 bye weeks. So 12 weeks, what's a third of that? It's 4. So here we are in week 4 and we're doing a yearly update. And we're just going to go around the country, see what's going on here with every team. And we're going to knock out some recruiting, so let's go ahead and start with that. We do have 50 points remaining, so definitely not that much to do. But team needs, we're looking a-okay there. And we have some guys ready for a visit, so let's see. Let's see how they are. We got a 3-star, 3-star, 2-star, and a 2-star. Not bad. Could be a little bit better, but we're going to pin these guys, and look at this, guys. We have number 8, Miami, number 4, Clemson, and then Syracuse. So we're going to name all these guys for Stanford. And actually, Eric Wheeler is definitely going to be a key part. And did I say Stanford? I meant Syracuse. So we're gonna go with this guy at the bye week, not Syracuse, and the same with this. So 2 bye week, 2 Syracuse, should play well. And let's spend this 50 points somewhere because we can. Let's just put it towards this guy right there. There you go. 25, and there you go, 25. So now recruiting's done. Okay, easy part out of the way. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some stats from this Wake Forest team this year in 2014, and let's get into the countries. So if you see on our top 25 here, number 1 is of course the Ohio State Buckeyes. They have Virginia Tech this week, but look at that, 97 offense and 95 defense. Only better that team right there. Number 2 Alabama, 99 overall defense and offense. Both 6-star prestige, and how could you not be when you're that team? Let's go down the list. Texas A&M at number 3, Clemson number 1, Stanford 5th, Oklahoma 6th, LSU 7th, Miami 8th, Nebraska 9th, Texas at number 10, the University of Florida 11, North Carolina 12th, Louisville, UCLA, Oregon top 15, Iowa Hawkeyes, a surprise at 16, Baylor Bears 17, Michigan State, Boston College 18, 19, Georgia 20, Michigan, Florida State, Washington, South Carolina, Utah, your top 25. Let's check other receiving votes. And here we go. We have Notre Dame at 26, Arizona 27, Virginia Tech 28, Maryland 29, Ole Miss 30, Wisconsin, Oregon State 31, 32. Dropped out Notre Dame and Ole Miss. They are both on that list. Ole Miss dropping further back than Notre Dame. If we go ahead and take a look at our schedule so far in the year, we're going to go to our team. And in week number 1, we did lose to UL Monroe 34-22, but we bounced back with a 38-33 win against NIU. And then we got our butts handed to us at an ACC conference game, our first of the year, against Maryland Terps 48-12. But now we go to Vanderbilt, and hopefully we can pull that off. And then we have Miami, NC State, which we did upset last year, Duke, Clemson, Syracuse. And then here's where the bye weeks come in. Bye week number 10, bye week 12, and bye week 15. And then between all those bye weeks, we have Army, which we should win, at FSU, number 22 currently, and against number 19, Boston College currently. So all together, we have 2, 3, 4 ranked teams in the top 25. Should be a tough schedule, and should be a fun one. Now let's go to the conference standings. Let's give you a quick recap. And we're not going to go by Atlantic or Coastal or whatever. We're just going to go in the whole conference. And you see Miami and Maryland, your top 2 runners at 2-0. And we are lowly last place just because we lost our conference game against Maryland. Us and Pittsburgh at 0-1 for the conference. Already given up 115 points, 72 scored. Is that the worst? Well, yeah, it is. The best is Miami. They've scored 52. They've given up 20. So now in the American Conference, your division leader, or conference leader rather, is going to be the Louisville Cardinals, and then the Connecticut Huskies. I was surprised there. And then UCF at 3-0. Big 12, Texas Tech, Baylor, Oklahoma. Big 10, Michigan State, Nebraska, and Minnesota. Only giving up 17 points. That's outstanding for them. Conference USA, Louisiana Tech, Tulsa. And now the no football team at UAB Blazers at 2-1. Good job for them. Independence, Notre Dame, and Army look to run away with that division, as Old Dominion, BYU, Idaho, New Mexico State, and Navy just look to get a win, or 8 or 6 rather, to get to a bowl game. The MAC, Western Michigan, Central Michigan, the Chippewas, and the Broncos battling for Michigan's great there at the MAC, atop at 2-1. Mount West, San Diego State, and San Jose State come in at 2-0 and 1-0 atop the Mountain Western Conference. Pac-12, Stanford, Oregon State undefeated. There you see Arizona at number 6. SEC, Florida Gators, Auburn Tigers, South Carolina Gamecocks, Arkansas, LSU, Alabama, and A&M of Texas all undefeated. So the SEC not a place to be for any other team. Finally, the Sun Belt, Arkansas State, Texas State, UL Lafayette, South Alabama, Western Kentucky, all undefeated. There, the favorite looks to be Arkansas State or UL Lafayette. So now let's go to the Heisman and then take a look at stats, and I think that's going to wrap it up. But let's go to the Heisman watch. No Wake Forest people in it. However, Florida's Jeff Driscoll is in it at number 5. Then Blake Sims for Bama at 6. Kadeem Carey at 3 for Arizona. Braxton Miller, Ohio State at number 2. Johnny Football, still a junior on here on College Football 14 at Texas A&M, leads the way. He did win it last year, if you do remember that. So now let's go over to our season stats for each guy on the squad. Tyler Cameron leading your way, 43 for 66, 488 yards out of Altamont Springs, hometown, Florida, home state. 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He has been sacked 4 times, excuse me. And now let's get to the rushing part of aspect things. DeAndre Martin, 206 yards on 55 carries, 2 touchdowns. 15 is his longest. Tyler Cameron, there you see 17 longest. He has 1 broken tackle, but he does have a fumble. Receiving, DeAndre Martin leads the way, but Anthony Rook, the Megatron, Matt James, and Brandon Terry are behind him, with Daniel Vogelsong, Sherman Ragland, Jonathan Garside, Aaron Willis, and Joshua Wilhite. We need to get the receptions up for the actual receivers. Anthony Rook, our tight end, leads the way with 2 touchdowns. Blocking, Antonio Ford with 2 pancakes. Defensive side of things, Josh M. Harris, 21 tackles. 20 of them are solo, however, no sacks. Kicking, it's going to be Chad Headland, 6 for 6 on the year. 50 longest field goal. He sunk that with ease. And he's also perfect on extra points. Punting, Alexander Kino, 8 attempts so far for 360. Averaging about 45 yards from River Road, North Carolina. No idea where that is, even though I was born there. So, kind of embarrassing. Anything special, he's down 2 inside the 21 on a touchback. So, kick returns, any touchdowns? Yes. Jonathan Williams, 9 kick returns, 1 touchdown, 382. Then Brandon Terry and Aaron Willis just with 3. Punt return, it's Jonathan Williams, 8 yards on 1 punt. And now let's take a look at the leaders across the country. Johnny Manziel, 950 yards already through the year. You see Brett Hundley, Braxton Miller, all the big names up there in the top 5, already above 800 yards. And we're staying back here with Tyler Cameron in 488. Rushing leaders, DeAndre Martin. But Matt Jones, that boy from Florida, played last night against the Giants. Still in college, just like most of these guys are. He's seen there at 349. But McNeil from UL Monroe, 393. And then Josh Robinson at Mississippi State in second, 385. That is Mike Evans out of Texas A&M for the Aggies there, leading the way in receiving at 409. Matt James, our best, 151 in 101. Tackle, it's a little bit different on the other side of the coin. Harris, Stevenson, Ramsey, and Chubb, all Wake Forest Demon Deacons, all 1 through 4, except Arizona has to come in and ruin the party of 14. Sack leaders, Garcia, 387th with 1 sack. Look at these numbers, guys. Francois, Dubose, Linkle, Dowler, Townsend Jr., all above 3 sacks already. That's absolutely insane. Interception people, Pruitt, Mincy, Mills, Farmer, and Norrells all have above 2 interceptions. For us, Ramsey, he has 1, he's 67th. And then we said 50 was the longest for for Chad Hedlund, excuse me. Well, that has him 10th on the board. But you see guys like Johnson, Hyderi, Brinza, Baguette, I'm guessing Baguette, and Swanson, all 52 yards, and then Johnson leads with 56. But 50 yards is a long, long way for college. College kids are not used to that, but it's nice to know you can hit it. So guys, hope you've enjoyed this yearly update number 1. There will be 2 because week 12 we do have a bye week. Hope you enjoyed. It's a little bit different. Come back on next time for some more Wake Forest football, where we will actually play week 4 that time against the Vanderbilt Commodores. That's the name. At Vanderbilt. And it says going to war. Yeah, it's going to be a war. Wake Forest trying to go 2-2. Vanderbilt trying to go 2-1. See what happens next time, guys. I've been your host, JT Plays. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Take care.